Howdy, folks. Welcome back to the Vin Man Show, the feel-good show. I hope all these episodes have made y'all feel good. I'm trying to make people smile and feel good. And if I've accomplished that, then I've done something good. And anyway, today I have some good news and some bad news. And then I actually have some more good news and then some more bad news. Maybe some more good news and more bad news. Anyway, which would you like to hear first? The good news or the bad news? The bad news first? All right, folks, here's the bad news. This is probably going to be my final episode. And you say, well, what could be any good news if that's going to be your final episode? Well, the good news is, hey, HBO wants to pick me up. They want to put my episodes on HBO. So that's good news for me. Gonna get a pot full of money. So the bad, and then the other bad news is, yeah, you won't get my episodes for free anymore, as they told me, HBO told me that if I'm going to be putting out stuff for them, I can't give away the milk for free, they said, on these YouTube episodes. So I guess that's the bad news for you. If you want to keep watching me, yeah, you can find me on HBO. Once a week, they want to do an episode. Hey, and believe it or not, they want my episodes to go longer instead of shorter. I've been trying to keep these episodes short, and the HBO was wondering, "You think you can go a little longer?" I was going, "I think I can." Anyways, so that's the good news and the bad news, and I really appreciated you coming and seeing me all this time, and you can keep seeing me, but now the bad news is you're going to have to pay to have a cable channel, HBO, to see me once a week. And, I mean, here again, you can always go back and pull these episodes back up on YouTube and watch me again and again and again and again and again and again. Because, as I told you, you've probably forgotten everything I've said. Heck, when I watch the Big Bang episodes, I've seen all those episodes 2 or 3 or 4 times. They still make me laugh. Anyways, if you go back, you could actually go back and do the binge Vin Man Show, binge Vin Man Show. Just binge watch me, episode after episode after episode. I should put out another question for you. You're going to have to, reply to me uh, uh, about the answer to it. I forgot the question, but anyway. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Um, I hate to leave this show, because I gave you those the Bible quiz the other day, and here's the answers to all those. Remember, the questions were relatively easy. Are these sentences in the Bible or not? And first question was, if you don't work, you don't eat. The second question was, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. And the third question was, make hay while the sun shines. Anyways, as I was telling you, most people failed. I got 1 out of 3 right, and the answer is they're all in the Bible. Look them up. I'd tell you the scripture, but I don't have time right now because I'm going to try and, you know, say my goodbyes the best I can, as um, and it's fortunate and it's unfortunate. It's fortunate and it's unfortunate. And actually, um, that reminds me of a joke. I can't leave you without leaving you with a joke, otherwise you'd never remember these episodes. Anyways, there was this guy that he always wanted to go skydiving, but he was pretty kind of afraid. And so he went and asked the uh, the skydive instructor. He said, I'm kind of afraid to go skydiving, and if I could get over my fear, I'd really like to try it. It's on my bucket list. And the instructor said, "Oh yeah, there's nothing to fear about skydiving." He said the toughest part is jumping out the door. He said you have to jump far enough so you don't hit the plane, and once you do that, he says, but, I mean, I'm kind of afraid, the parachute might not open. Or he said, no, don't worry about that. He said, we've never had an accident, and we give you these good instructions, and and by the time you jump out of the plane, you'll know exactly what to do. And the guy said, okay. So he took the class, and they said, okay, now when you jump out of the plane, you jump far away and you pull the cord, you yell Geronimo. And then as soon as you're done yelling Geronimo, you pull the cord. And a parachute comes out and you glide to the ground. And he said, now by chance, if the parachute doesn't come out, there's a second backup cord that you can pull. And then so we've never lost anybody. Everybody's always had fun. So the guy says, okay, I'll do it. And so they were up there, and they go, okay, it's your turn to jump. So he jumps and yells Geronimo. And then he pulls the cord. But unfortunately, no parachute came out. He goes, okay, but fortunately I got the second cord to pull. So he pulled the second cord, and unfortunately, no parachute came out. Now the guy's starting to freak out. And he's looking at the ground, which is approaching real quick. But he sees a haystack. Fortunately, he sees a haystack down there. He goes, oh boy, I'm going to head for that haystack. Then he sees it a little closer. He goes, but unfortunately, there's a pitchfork in the haystack. And you go, oh no. And then, but fortunately, the pitchfork was pointing down. But unfortunately, he missed the haystack. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. So anyway, folks, I do appreciate, you coming to see me every day. I hope I've made you feel good. And you go back and check out my other my old episodes and see what you've forgotten, because I'm sure it's probably most everything I've said. That's just the normal way people are. Anyways, and for you people, I hope I didn't go too Bible on some of you people. So I'm getting some letters saying, hey, come on, Vince. I thought you promised that you weren't going to talk about religion or family or politics, and we think you're throwing some religion in there. And well, I mean, I wasn't preaching at you. I'm not trying to twist anybody's arms. I might have mentioned some quotes from the Bible. If if you don't like them, then I mean, I wasn't trying to make you feel bad. I'm trying to make you feel good, and actually, the gospel makes me feel good. You know what the gospel means, actually, folks? The gospel means good news. That's what it, people, well, I've heard of the gospel, but I don't know what it means. That's what it means, the good news. I explained it on a show prior about the good news. And, and I told you also, about Jesus Christ being the Lord. And you go, and I told you what the Lord is. It's the boss. It means he's the boss of heaven and earth. Yeah, see, now in HBO, you don't have to worry about that, because they'll edit that out. They don't like me talking Bible. Because HBO, that stands for Hell Bent Organization. So people I am a poet. I'm an artist. I'm going to tell them, hey, you can't be cutting my episodes up like that. And we'll see who wins out on this, because I'm going to turn that HBO Hellbent organization into a heavenly business organization. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Anyways, remember, folks, that I've been telling you, a day without laughter is a wasted day. So anyway, come and check me out on HBO. They want me to, and they only want me to work one day, one episode a week. Instead of, I've been giving you guys an episode a day, at least 3 or 4 days a week, maybe 5 days a week in some days. Man, I got over 45 episodes out there. Now, granted, I didn't publish all the episodes because some of them were a little risque, but HBO wants me to put those out there. Oh yeah, we like the risque business. And I started off on this show, I was talking about, my stay in the hospital, and after about 3 episodes, I really got away from that, because it's pretty hard to talk about subjects that make you feel bad on a feel-good show. It's hard to whitewash a lot of that stuff. Plus, it was making me feel bad. I was trying to bring up all this stuff in my memory, and I was going, oh man, I don't want to remember this stuff. And but people like to hear that stuff, and HBO wants me to tell more of that stuff, so I will. And plus, I never got the girly show out there, and people, oh yeah, we like that juicy stuff. HBO wants me to do that. Told you they're a hell-bent operation. And of course, I didn't ever tell you about going to jail and stuff. Ay, ay, ay. So oh yeah, people want to hear about that. So HBO wants me to go there. So man, I got all sorts of episodes that I got cooking, and I said, well, if you want to pay me that kind of money, or if you want to do some splicing, you're gonna have to pay me more. So anyways, also I mentioned to them about my book, and they're interested. They're interested in maybe making my book into a movie, The Cure. They said, or maybe a weekly episode, weekly half-an-hour episode of the. But if they start doing that, they'll want me to keep writing more and more. My book is kind of like, you've probably all heard of Left Behind, the movie Left Behind. Well, my book is just about that, and it's about the time right before people are raptured up to heaven and the other people are left behind. So my book is pre-rapture. And that's another good question for you. Find rapture for me in the Bible. Let me know where you find it. It's not in the Bible. But here again, you look up the definition of rapture, and that definition is definitely in the Bible. Anyways, if I don't get raptured up, I'll see you on HBO. And I really enjoyed doing these shows for you. I hope you've all learned something, and come and see me on HBO. Vin Man signing off for this last show. See you later.